All right, aloha. Oh, let's do it again. Make sure that those assholes over the White House can hear you. Aloha. You know what? When I gave birth to my sons, and they're now teenagers, I finally understood what it meant to be willing to die for someone. And I know we've got some mothers out here right now who would do absolutely the same. To give absolutely everything, to make sure they were safe, that they were loved, that they were able to live as their true, authentic selves. And nowadays, I wake up every single morning mad as a mother that this inhumane, this heartless administration is seeking to erase our children, our families, our friends, our colleagues, our neighbors, our sisters, our brothers. I am furious at the cruelty, the ignorance, the deliberate stripping away of dignity of our transgender ohana. But hear me, my friends. Look around you, gathered beautifully, brightly, all of us here. Hear me when I say this. Transgender people are not a debate. Your existence is not up for discussion. Trans rights are human rights. Now, many of us come from cultures far older than this nation, where gender fluidity was not just accepted, it was honored. Over the course of Hawaii's history, the Mahu were healers and caretakers, extraordinary individuals of dual male and female mind, heart, and spirit. Absolutely, two spirits, not just two genders. Now I want to know something. Do I have any kama'aina in the house right now, or anyone who's ever visited Hawaii? Yell out loud. Well, if you've been to Hawaii in the last few years and you've walked along Waikiki Beach, famous Waikiki Beach that everyone visits, you would have passed 4 stones. In my office, I have this book, Kapai Mahu, prominently displayed for every single person to see when they walk in my office. It was written by Kumuhina Wongkalu, and it talks of the history and meaning of those stones, monuments to the Mahu who brought the healing arts to Hawaii. I share this with you, not only to convey the timeless existence of our trans and Mahu culture, but to honor someone I look up to as a mentor and a leader. Kumuhina is the one you want, I want, at the table to help navigate and negotiate what can be challenging and complicated issues facing Hawaii, our nation, and the world. And yet, in this so-called land of the free we live in, our transgender ohana have become vilified for simply being who they are. And critical cultural assets, and quite frankly, national security assets, like Kumuhina, will be left out of their room. Their knowledge, their experience, their leadership ignored, because this administration chooses to use fear as its weapon and ignorance as its shield. They want transgender people, our ohana, to disappear. The bigots want you to make you feel small. They want you to be silent. But every one of us here and out there know we will not let them succeed. We will not go back into the shadows. Now is not the time to shrink away and hide. Now is the time to stand, to fight, to claim your space, not just for survival, but for joy, for dignity, and for a future where no child, my child, your child, all of our children, no matter who they are, where they live, how they identify, should ever have to wonder if they belong. Because they do. We all do. We all belong. We are truly what makes this country great, and none of us are going anywhere. No law, no policy, no coward in power can take this away from us. This is our moment. This is our time. Rise up, resist, and let no one, my friends, no one forget that trans rights are human rights. Mahalo. It is now my pleasure to exist my United States Senator, a good friend, a lifelong champion for human rights, Brian Schatz.